Hey, it's Melly here from Just Begin Magazine. Today we have Sophie Ringel, the founder of Clean Miami Beach, and today we're gonna learn more about her and how she started Clean Miami Beach.
Thanks for having me. Hi everyone. I honestly never intended to do anything like that. I came to Miami. I'm from Germany, and I came to Miami about 4 years ago, and to Miami Beach 2 years ago, and I love walking along the beach.
Yes.
And I noticed so much plastic. It was so sad and so upsetting. And after 3 days being mad about it, I decided to do something about it. So I started to pick it up. And that was just me, you know, like picking up trash. And then I saw somebody else also picking up trash, and I connected with her. And I said, like, why don't we pick up trash together? And so we decided to do this once a week. And every Tuesday we met, and we then told our friends and neighbors, hey, we were picking up trash on the beach, there's so much trash, you want to join us? And they said, oh yeah, why not? And so the week after we were already 4 people, and the week after that we were 6, and it continued to grow week by week, right? To a point where we were 140.
That's crazy. It's when you hear people, like, there's always that one person like, oh, I have an idea, and they never start.
Right.
And how it's amazing that in 3 days you said, okay, let's just start meeting once a week, and, and then it grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing what you've done and how much I feel like the impact you've done has been a big impact, even though you're one person and you grew up with a big team. But how do you, since you are from Germany, I think it's an interesting thing to speak about. How do you think Americans treat the environment different compared to Germany?
To be honest, it's a complete disaster.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to understand. I remember when I first moved to Miami, I wanted a salad, and I stopped at a salad place. It was a restaurant, and I ordered my salad, and I received my salad in a single-use plastic bowl with a single-use plastic spoon and fork. And I was confused.
Yeah.
You know, I've never had a meal anywhere since my whole life to eat with a plastic utensil.
Wow.
And I was so shocked that he made me, and I said, no, I don't want plastic. It's really terrible for the environment.
Yeah.
And you know, they
don't understand. I mean, I think there's a huge disconnect because I've grown up in Miami my whole life, and for me, I feel like it's more strange when it's not plastic, which is so crazy to think, right? Because almost every place that we have, it's like, oh, it's always a plastic bowl, a plastic thing, or like in the little container with the napkin. Like, so used to that, and they like kind of, it's so programmed into my head, and so it really wasn't until a couple years ago when I really got into sustainability, and I went full plant-based and trying to help the environment any way that I can. So that's why I wanted to ask you about that, because in Germany, I know in Europe they're like, they take more effort when it comes to the environment, and I know in Miami we have so much to do still, and I think we're also in danger, you know. So I think what you're doing is amazing, and helping out our planet because not many people care. And I guess another question I want to hear your thoughts on are, so when it came to spring break last month, how was that for you when it came to your cleanups? Was it really bad, or do you want to kind of touch on that?
Yeah, sure. Well, the city of Miami Beach is really good at maintaining the beaches and the main streets. So they picked up multiple times during spring break. And it wasn't actually that terrible. I know there went some photos viral, but they were all old. They were from 17 and 18.
Wow.
They weren't even
Instagram for you.
There was definitely still trash. Especially hit hard were the islands. You know, people just go there, trash the islands like crazy. And those islands are not maintained, not well maintained. They're kind of maintained by the city, by the county. Nobody really knows who is in charge, who is doing that. Blah. So that was tough. But I also must say it's really important to understand it's not just the tourists. During lockdown last year, when the beaches were closed, when there was no tourists in town, I filled my bag of garbage every single day.
Yeah.
And then I live in Miami Beach, in a really nice neighborhood, and it was just devastating to see. So it's literally everybody. It's not just the tourists. And we all have to do a lot of work.
And I know, because I've been following you on Instagram, I saw that since the pandemic, there has been so much more single-use masks and gloves. Like, what are some tips you can give someone who just stop that, you know?
Well, it's correct. The pandemic has definitely pushed back in that a lot. It's the mask, the gloves, everything is suddenly again in single-use plastic. Places who had switched to reusable switched back, which is unfortunate. So my tip is just keep hand sanitizing everything. Have your little disinfectant spray. Be clean. You know, and it's like in the restaurants they don't exchange the tables and the chairs. You know, you still touch the doorknob. So why not a utensil? You know, a reusable utensil or a reusable cup. So please just stay on track, be mindful.
It's kind of, we went backwards.
We did,
which is so unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate, so it's time to double step it up.
I agree. Because I know I've seen on your Instagram, there's a photo I feel like kind of went viral with all the masks in your hand, which was so shocking to see. And I mean, we live in Coral Gables, and even on the grass, there's always masks on the floor. Everywhere I go, I see masks on the floor. Gloves, and I feel like for everyone watching, take note on what she just said, and just be more mindful. Get reusable masks. I have a reusable mask. Just get a reusable.
Wash it,
just wash it. That's all you need to do. So kind of going back to more about you and your story. I know it seemed kind of like you didn't have that many challenges at the beginning starting it, but if you kind of talk about that, and what was kind of any issues you had in the beginning? Were there any people giving you pushback when you're starting?
Well, challenges have been all along the way. In the beginning, I felt actually it was easier than it is now. Since now I'm a little more, I'm more organized. I'm a non-profit, an official non-profit now. I wasn't that back then, so things were easier. But now everybody requires my insurance certificate. I need to fill out permit applications. And go through steps that make it more difficult to organize the cleanup. But the biggest challenge I have is funding. All of this, what I'm doing, costs money. Every single cleanup costs a lot of money. And there is no funding. I requested a grant from the city of Miami Beach, and they declined it, which was a big pushback for me. And this is something I really struggle with. So we started to come up with sponsorship programs, so also companies, corporations can get involved and help protect the environment and support a local non-profit that beautifies Miami every single day.
For everyone watching, I know you have a GoFundMe running right now. If you can, please donate. They're doing so much good stuff for Miami Beach, and I really hope that if you only have a little bit or a lot, you know, even better. But please donate. So my other question is, how many cleanups have you done so far this year? How many, if you even know, like in total? How many have you done in total?
In total, on Sunday was cleanup number 120.
Ooh, wow.
I know. I'm still shocked about this number.
Wow. And that's in total, right?
Yes, that's in total since March 26 in 2019. That's when we had our first cleanup.
Cool. And so, if anyone wants to join the cleanup, what do you recommend? Should they reach out to you, or is there kind of a different way?
So check our Instagram, follow us on Instagram, and stay updated with our posts right on the page. We are announcing every cleanup right there, and also how to RSVP. But you guys need to hurry. We only have limited spots. So once it's filled up, and you need to wait for the next one. So put on notifications for our posts, and once it's out, sign up right away.
Perfect. When you look like this, right? There's no
no trash, but trust me, when we go pick up trash, we will fill the bag.
Yeah.
It's really bad. Like, so there's two types of trash, right? There's the litter from the people, from the beach visitors who came, enjoyed, and just left their things behind. And then there is what the ocean washes ashore. There is 5 trillion pieces of plastic right there. And with every wave, with every tide coming in, trash washes ashore.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's the same in Key Biscayne too. So
Yeah. So where does most trash? It definitely comes from us humans first. But where do you think, like, if we could pinpoint where's the most trash coming from, what would you say?
it's 80% land-based.
Yeah.
So even if you live far inland, far in the country, everything is connected through our rivers and streams. Every time it rains, all the street litter
Yeah,
gets
it goes
washed
through.
right through the storm drains into
Yeah.
our canals and rivers, and eventually out in the ocean.
Wow.
Yeah, so 80% is land-based, which is a shocking number.
So we're gonna go over here now and we're gonna see how much trash we find.
Let me
Along
show
the
you
way.
something.
Yeah, she's
Sure.
gonna show you.
So this is actually perfect with the seaweed because the trash tangles up in the seaweed. And I can already see it from right here.
So look at these bottle caps.
Yeah, you see all of this here. Is plastic that was in the ocean.
There's so many bottle caps. Wow. Look at this one.
Yeah. So look, like within 20 seconds, we picked up all of these pieces. And those were laundry detergent bottles, shampoos, plastic containers, and all form and
Another
shape.
bottle cap.
And of course the plastic bottles, right? So those bottle caps are always #1 item we find.
Yeah.
And now imagine there is a bottle for this. Every bottle cap has a bottle. So where are these bottles?
Yeah.
Oh, and I see something very interesting here. This here is from a plastic bottle coming from the Caribbean island. This bottle is only produced in the Caribbean island, and if we look further we might find a whole one. And this here are fish bites.
Oh
see
my
those
god,
little-
you see that? Fish bites. Wow.
Yeah, so this bottle is this big.
And so it's something that's only over there that they use for
Yes.
tourists or something?
No, it's vinegar. It's vinegar, and it's only produced in the Caribbean
Wow,
islands.
it's all the way over here.
So yeah, now look at the map, how far trash travels.
Yeah.
And how much gets eaten by the fish on its
Wow.
way. Yeah, so I think it's time for a cleanup here.
It's always ready for a clean.
Yeah, I'm always ready. Here, there you go. This is perfect. So we can use this little bag.
So what's the strangest thing you found in a beach cleanup?
There is no end. We found everything. We
Yeah.
found Christmas lights, toilet seats, all sorts of dolls, an aquarium cover,
Oh my god.
an old, very old phone that was actually interesting. I sent you a photo. That phone is from the first phones we've had, like in history, like
that
landline
crazy?
phones
That's so
and
crazy.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Ken Russell. Can you guys hear me? No. I don't think they can hear. Can you guys hear me? No.
Yeah, and also this is so dangerous for our sea animals because they don't know if this is plastic or if this is food.
Yeah.
So they ingest it, it ends up in their stomach, and it hurts them because it prevents them from eating more food, which actually has nutrition, and eventually they die.
Yeah, that's so sad. So how much, if this is something you would even know, how much plastic do you think is in most of the fish people eat?
So scientists came out with recent studies that 90% of all sea animals have ingested plastic.
Wow, 90.
90%. The amount is not really clear. 2 years ago, I think it was last year actually, there was a turtle, a baby turtle, and they did an autopsy on the baby turtle and removed all the plastic. It was dead.
Yeah.
And removed all the plastic, and there was 153 pieces of exactly that
Fish.
in the baby, not the small, tiny baby turtle, but a little bigger. of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That is so sad.
So I personally believe every recyclable has ingested plastic already. So this is a needle. This is what we use when we have diabetes to inject our insulin or to do a test. And now it ends up here on the beach. And now imagine your child sits here playing in the sand with this.
For anyone who's like is creating a product, what advice would you give them to stop this plastic?
To stop this from happening?
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be a material which is recyclable, 100% recyclable, and actually gets recycled. I know that plastic is technically recyclable as well, but the process of plastic recycling is too complex and it's too expensive. It's cheaper to produce virgin plastic. And even if it's a recycled plastic, it's still plastic.
Yeah.
So metal is the best product because it's indefinitely recyclable. It does not lose quality, and the process is more expensive.
Yeah.
To recycle it, or maybe there is some other like hemp. I've read a lot about hemp recently. I love that very much.
Yeah.
I hope there is more coming.
Yeah, because we have a lot of our audience are kind of like entrepreneurs, business owners, and people that want to make an impact. So that's why I wanted to ask you that question for someone who's looking to create a product, or it's like don't bring more plastic into the world.
For example, these glasses are made out of recycled plastic, which is a start. You know, it's made out of plastic bottles that are already in the environment. So at least let's make something out of it that is useful.
Yeah.
So that's great. There's bottle caps over bottle caps all over, and look how small this area is. Now imagine the whole entire coast, and even more, the world, you know?
Yeah.
Think of this, how much there is. This plastic just breaks apart into smaller pieces. Every plastic does.
Yeah.
So, and it breaks into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics.
Yes.
And this is by now in everywhere. It's in our air, it's on our salt, it's in our food, and it's in our bodies already.
Yeah. This is to kind of wrap up and say, I urge you to just go outside and pick up your trash, either if it's the street in front of your house, wherever you live, the beach. If you're local to Miami, please connect with Sophie. Her Instagram, we'll put it right here, Clean Miami Beach. Please donate. They're doing so much work, and look, this is every day, everyone. So thank you for taking the time to speak to me today. We're going to definitely do this more. Every time we go to the beach, we pick up what we can, what's there. And this is scary to think of with seaweed. I haven't seen it this bad with the seaweed.
Yes, it's starting now.
The seaweed kind of really tangles it up. Well, thank you
so much for having me.
I really enjoyed this conversation, and I definitely want to keep connecting with you and working together and finding ways that we can help each other, because what you're doing is amazing, and this is so scary to see.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so message to everyone out there, please stop using single-use plastic. Just stop it. Switch to a reusable water bottle. Get your reusable grocery bag. Say no straw for me, please, or the entire table when you go to the restaurant. And always be mindful, is there something I could use which is already existing before you buy something new? Thank you all.